Hey, we're live. We hot. Yada yada yada. What's up?
Get your booty on the floor tonight.
Make my day.
Yeah, we were having a little acapella session
wow.
here. Make my day. Who knows what the name of that song was? Was it Make My Day? Couldn't have been.
No.
Anyway,
that was like a whole genre of music, like CC Peniston. You remember it? Like that.
CC Music Factory.
yeah, I was gonna say
No, CC Peniston.
Oh yeah, CNC.
No,
Music
She was
Factory.
a person, not CNC Music
Yeah.
Factory, which was an entire factory of musicians.
Indeed.
Like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. CNC, they created musicians in there.
They did some great work. Well, anyway,
Augustus Gloop.
City Pigeons episode 158. Dozing Off. We're gonna try not to doze off tonight. I'm Jesse Rendell. Got Tommy Henneman over here. Tommy, what's up? Mike Meach in the house. Meach.
That's what they call me.
Status. And we got our boy Mark Goodhart with the tilted brim. What up, dog?
Slim with the tilted brim.
Here. Yeah.
20-inch rim.
He just
What's my
slid
name?
right in. Yeah, we're just going into all the old jams. That's what we're going to do this whole time. Because you know what? Truth is, we're entering into the time when the sports scene gets a little slow here. I was just telling the guys, we gotta really lean back into pop culture, what's going on in the city. And we will have.
Did you just say lean back?
Yeah, we got
A lean back.
There you go.
Lean back. No, I'll stop right now.
People are very excited because we are going to do the first ever live on air Wawa taco taste test. All right. Because, you know, that's the era we're living in. Wawa is making tacos. If I told you back in the 90s, fellas, that Wawa was going to be making tacos, you would never have believed such a thing.
My kids, Gabe was like, "What's next with Wawa making tacos?" I was like, "Why you sound like an uncle?"
Tomorrow we'll do the first ever live podcast from Urgent Care where we're all trying to explain to the doctor what's going on with our stomachs.
19th
you though,
and
Jesse,
Chestnut is a good one.
My 17-year-old self would have been way more excited to eat the Wawa taco than my 49-year-old self tonight.
I hear you.
That's a great point. Wawa for the late teens, like early 20s. That's when, and I guess it's also has more to do with where we were at in our lives. That Wawa hit a little bit differently than it does now.
I am not a fan of Wawa. I'll be honest with you. I do not even stop there for gas. I don't like anything about Wawa.
What?
I don't like the people inside Wawa. I don't like the
Jeez.
transactions
You don't
at
like
Wawa.
the people inside Wawa. You're
What about
painting
the
with a
Wawa
broad
without the gas
brush.
station? That's like you. If
What
I
if
see a
I'm in
Wawa without a
Wawa?
gas station, I have to go in just. To
I'm
walk
just telling,
around.
like, I don't have any recent Wawa experiences because I just stopped going.
Okay.
But I can't stand it. I don't
What
like
about-
the place. I don't like how it's run. I just
Fink
don't
would
like what
love
it's
this.
become.
He's
I like
worried
when
about
it
the
was.
statute of
I like when it was a little
limitations from,
corner store
Ocean City
that
Wawa.
you know I could steal skull out of and sell it to my friends up the street.
Well, that's what I'm actually getting at. What about when you're driving through that random town and you stumble across one of those old school small Wawas?
Would much rather one of those.
Okay.
Can you name a few of those? Because off the top
No,
of my head,
they don't really exist.
no, you know where
anymore.
there's one. It's actually right near one of my. And I was gonna. I think have we had a?
Look, there's one on 63 on the way to Ben Salem on the
One
way
in
to Holy
Havertown.
Ghost.
So, did
But
we-
it's the worst parking. It's just a shit show inside.
The
there.
the one in Mount Airy, Germantown, Chestnut Hill Crossroads is still sort
yes,
of
Germantown and
busted and
Allen's Lane.
small. Yes.
But real quick, did we? I know we had a discussion about some of the sketchiest intersections. I wanted to do a topic on the most annoying intersections in Philadelphia, and one of them comes to mind because there's a Wawa right near it. Have you guys ever been to the intersection of? Well, it's actually two, right? So in Manayunk, when you come down, I think it's Green Lane into Main Street. You got to go over the bridge. There's the, you know what I'm talking about? There's the 76.
Yep.
And then when you get to the other side, I think it's like
cars
you know,
backed up like
yeah.
up into Bala.
right. But and there's a Wawa right there. It's got like
There's
7.
two.
Yeah, there's
two
two within
Wawas.
like a half a mile.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
and they're
neither of
both
them have
the old
gas.
school janky
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have like 7 parking spots. That's the best.
Those are the classic ones.
By the way, that's such a good place to get into a stupid accident. The Wawa on 13th or 14th Street in Ocean City, where the parking spots, there's like 10 feet beyond that in the curb, and it's so easy to get
Yep.
somebody backs up into you. That actually happened to me. Great
Or
digression.
run over
here
a
to start the
pedestrian
show.
there.
I'm not sure what the show is supposed to be about. It's loosely about Philly sports, but you know, we get into all sorts of nice tangents.
It's
and-
about the City Pigeons experiences.
That's right. Our
in
life-
We're
Philadelphia
cultured.
and our Philly sports.
But here's the problem when you have a
experiences and
show
opinions.
that's about Philly sports, and right now you've got one team playing, and you know, even in the sports world.
Wait, whoa! You're acting like the Union firing of their head coach
I
didn't
was
just
gonna bring
happen.
that up.
Wait, are they
I'm
still
just
playing
kidding.
though?
Yeah,
I
of
thought-
course.
are
It's like the beginning of their season. They already fired their
Oh,
This
head
guy's
coach.
been
Yeah.
coached for like
It's-
6 months.
I think it's been earlier than like if Rob Thompson was like if you're trying to do a
Listen.
parallel.
Respectfully, I've already declared I'm not a soccer guy, but we got the World Cup coming in. No one's paying attention to Union, right? They're garbage right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
very
so
good.
they're resetting. We'll put the Union on pause, but we got one of our major teams in action, the Philadelphia Phillies, who, by the way, today completed the sweep of the San Diego Padres, who have been haunted ever since those guys put out that really lame song during the playoffs.
God,
right?
that was so awful.
Goose,
Yeah.
loose like a goose or
yeah,
some
something
shit.
like that. So that did them in. But here's the
Shout
problem.
out to Christopher Sanchez on one of the most historic Philadelphia athletic performances in a calendar month since friggin' Dom Brown in
Oh,
2010.
don't remind me about Don Brown. I'm still scarred from that. But
and
yeah,
he's going to make an all-star team just
May
like Don
of
Brown
two,
did.
yeah.
and I
Well,
told you guys,
his
I told you in the
deservedly
last
so.
episode, the season turned around when I
It did.
suggested
It really
the Phillies
did.
would have no All Stars. But it just goes to show, and you got to wonder what the true reason for the turnaround here is. Obviously, mostly the starting pitching, because guys like Luzardo and Sanchez were a little bit, and we know Nola had his issues, and Painter's been up and down. But those guys were a little bit dicey, and now they've just locked in, and that's leading to the Phillies' resurgence.
5
which
of their
we're
last
here for
7
it.
wins have been shutouts.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
My
That's
biggest
wild.
concern, though, is like they played the Guardians over the weekend. Is that what they're called? The
Yep.
Guardians? Yeah. And like they struggle a little bit. I just worry when we run into the good teams, you can't hit against good pitching. Seems like the same issues.
The Guardians are a good team.
Yeah, because that's my point. So they lost 2 out of 3 of the
Oh,
Guardians,
got it.
right? Yeah.
Understood.
So that's my
Are
point.
they a good team?
They are.
Do you know?
Are
I
they?
do know.
I
that.
think they are.
I actually
They've been-
was reading about them because Kelsey bought into the ownership today.
Did he?
Yeah, and
Breaking news.
Travis and
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so
So,
it was they were talking about how good the team has been, and he was talking.
Do you
about
think
how
that
he
was
likes
like-
winning teams? And then I actually really liked it because Mahomes, I guess, is a part owner of the Royals, so he's like, I can't wait to bust Mahomes' balls when
I like
the
that.
Indians beat the Royals. But sweeping the Padres is really big because your point, I think you brought up last week, Jesse, is they're about to play some good teams going on the West Coast road trip.
Right.
What are they going to do?
Yep.
I think they got to at least beat the Dodgers 1 out of 3, but they're playing with house money for the rest of this trip.
Well, and interestingly,
Wait, hold on. Do you think Travis Kelsey was like, "Yo, babe, I'm thinking about buying
They have to
some
run
of
a
the
fire.
Indians. Like,
Can I borrow
can
some
I?
money?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you let me hold like
40, 50.
nah.
$412 million?
I'll tell you why.
babe?
I'll tell you why.
Of
No.
course. Like, how else is he getting that money? He's not. He doesn't have generational wealth
Nah,
like
nah.
she does.
See, you're wrong.
He
because
does now, actually.
He does.
absolutely
This article
does.
talked about all his holdings. It's pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
New Heights.
Hold my balls. He doesn't have nearly as much money as her.
Well, that
that's-
is true.
We're not saying
obviously,
that,
but that's like.
but he
there's
definitely has
levels.
So
generational.
she's got to help.
Okay.
Also, minority stake could be, 0.00001%.
But think about this: between New Heights and then
Do you know how
Garage
much
Beer,
money?
Garage Beer took on a bunch of private equity funding to the tune of a couple $100 million into the Kelsey spot. And God bless those guys. Listen, I'm not going to hate. We're lucky Fink isn't here because Fink would tell you
I'm
how
gonna
much.
hate.
Oh, I'm sick of the Kelsey thing. Well, you're going to hate no matter what. You're just hating for the sport of hating.
he hates Wawa.
Yeah, it's a shame. I was going to say something before that, and you totally made me
Sorry.
forget.
Sorry,
Phillies, Cleveland,
Sorry, dude. I go on tangents sometimes, ruin everyone's train of thought. That's what I do.
the Indians, the Guardians.
All right, that's the end of
Oh,
podcast.
no, I got it. The Padres, though, I didn't realize they hit worse than the Phillies. Did you realize? I heard this today, and obviously I wouldn't know this if I didn't hear it. Tatis doesn't have a homer
Yeah,
this
it doesn't
season
have a-
after hitting 25 last year.
It's
It's the
crazy.
longest someone's ever gone.
But on the flip side, the Padres haven't been swept all year. They're one of 5 teams in the major.
Wasn't there
until today?
there was a long period of time this year where the Phillies hadn't won a series, right? That went
up
for-
until the
yeah,
Thompson
I mean,
got fired.
It's been a strange season.
It
And,
has.
we can only hope that the Phillies.
Machado's hitting like 0.089. Like,
Ouch.
something
Well,
horrific.
look, it
I have a
looks-
good friend who's a very big Padres fan, and I actually was in disbelief watching the game the other night when they put up the stat that Tatis had 0 home runs. I thought there was a caveat, like 0 home runs in the past
Since
2
May,
hours
yeah,
or
since
something.
May.
And I texted him, and he goes, "If I don't watch Padres games all the time." He goes, "He has developed the yips."
Mm.
At the plate, like Mackie Sasser throwing the ball back to the pitcher.
yeah.
It's like really odd, he said. He like has no
Weird.
extra base
They took his
hits.
steroids away. I mean, it's not that odd.
He said it started he said his powers was sustained after the steroids. Like people have said that, but it's not even that. It's like he has developed this weird thing where he
Mommy took his
can't
steroids
hit.
away.
That's what I said. But anyway,
Well,
sorry, Jesse. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I do want to dive a little deeper into the Phils and what's coming up for the summer with those guys. But, we are entering into that time of year where it's very slow when it comes to sports, right? And even we do keep an eye on the national, series that are going on. And we got the NHL on in the background. This guy's wailing the Canadian national anthem. The NBA playoffs.
I think he's singing "Toxic" by Britney Spears.
Is that what's happening? That's such a random thing to say, man.
I don't know. It just popped in my
Is that what
head.
Okay, strange.
Sorry.
No, but the basketball has been great. Obviously, the Knicks got their sweep. Good for them. But the Western Conference has been obviously awesome. And 3-2 Oklahoma City now. See how that goes. But it's funny because that plus the Phillies playing on the West Coast, I'm like trying my best. I feel like such a boomer, dude. I just can barely stay up for these games. Do you guys? That's my question.
Well, they've been starting at 8:30, which is nice.
Yeah, these weren't
10
bad.
o'clock.
These 3 games.
Yeah.
I mean, this was an afternoon game.
Yeah, we got lucky today. No doubt.
Monday was a 3:40 start in San Diego time, so it was 7:40.
But here we go into the Dodgers series. I actually don't know
Or
if this starts,
6:40.
but it's got to be 10 o'clock. Or
I'm
something.
sure they're.
Yeah,
So-
but it's Friday and Saturday night.
That is true. I didn't even think about that. I can go a little. Actually, you know what? I did watch Spurs Thunder over the weekend to the end because it was a weekend. So yeah, the weekends I'm fine. It's the
It's been kind of a
weekdays,
letdown
so-
since game one. Not to get into that, but game one was a monster. But after that, the games haven't been great.
Well, it's funny. Like after game one, everyone was like, "Wemby's the greatest thing that's ever happened." And I'm not trying to hate on the guy because he's obviously a generational player, but he hasn't looked.
He's got no interior moves. Like let's just call that his favorite move on the inside is to miss and hope he gets his own rebound and dunks it back. It's the only thing he tries on the inside. Otherwise, he's a wing player. He's a 7'12" wing player.
Which is crazy.
I actually stayed up the other night and watched the overtime of the Carolina-Montreal hockey game. And I got to be honest, that was better than any of these NBA games. It was amazing.
Stanley Cup
We
playoff
know.
overtime is incredible.
Dude, the other day, it was what the frickin' who was it? Was it Colorado that was up 3-0? And they're up 3-0 after the first period, and the second period, Vegas scores 3 goals to tie it, and then they win the game.
They lost 5.
So yeah, the Stanley Cup playoffs are awesome. If you got the time to tune into that, we're watching right now. We got Carolina, Montreal on in the backwards. That's all there is because the Knicks are sitting there waiting. So we'll see what's up with that. But this is the time of year when you start to get into the real dog days. We're like really, the first videos are coming out from OTAs today. Good to see. We had the Jalen Hurts addressing the A.J. Brown situation, handling it with class as usual. So a lot of things are coming out of Eagles camp. We're on A.J. Brown trade watch. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
June 1st is
June
Monday.
1st, yeah.
To me, and I just make these things up. And this is the part of the episode where we're going to admire my work. Here's this week's cover. And I don't think any of you guys saw this.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah,
I saw it. Is that a bag of
I
garbage?
thought it was a dead pigeon.
Yeah, so here's the funny thing.
I was like,
I was like, man, I'm having a hard time staying up. I'm just call this dozing off because we're getting to the period of time in the sports calendar where people start paying attention less. So I did Google pigeons sleeping, and this came up, and I don't actually think that's a pigeon. Is that a crow? What do you think that is right there?
I don't know. It looks like a clever person found a dead bird and built a bed for it, like it was sleeping.
Yes. And these are one of the things I love about the City Pitches podcast because we are beholden to no entity. Nobody tells us what we can and can't do. So if I want to take a picture of what looks like a dead bird in a mini bed and use it for the thumbnail cover, well, I'm just going to do that. And so, I feel like the City Pitches is an expression of the freedom of speech. And if we're ripping whoever took this photo, I used it. I'm sorry. But yes, this looks like a dead bird in a mini bed.
I'm down.
Thank you for that.
With a
You
very
are
nice
welcome.
blanket, by the way.
You are welcome. He's got a sheet, a pillow, and a comforter, man.
Nice headboard.
Come on,
Now I see it. I actually thought it was a bag of garbage, and I was super confused.
No, not a bag of garbage. That's a bird. And this is the stuff you can only get here at the City Pitches podcast. So, yeah. But look, we got a lot of stuff to address. A lot of happenings, little things here and there. I want to start with this because, Meech, you've had your moments on Twitter over the years, and most people regard you as a Philly sports Twitter legend.
Visionary.
Visionary for sure.
Visionary.
And you've had a moment. Every once in a while, you have these viral moments.
This is maybe my most viral.
Is this your most viral? All right. So
One
Meech,
of them.
I want you to talk
don't
us
know.
through this tweet here because, I imagine So people saw this photo and reacted to it, and you did immediately, right? So talk us through this. This is the original photo, okay?
It's not an original photo. It's me taking a picture of the upper left quadrant of my iPad while I was watching the Oklahoma
so
City.
Here's my question real quick. So this is a picture of Adam Silver. Is that his wife? I don't know.
his wife.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
Adam
his wife.
Silver.
Yep.
They
with
look
his wife.
oddly like the same person.
Right.
They're
That tends to
married.
happen. So here's
Really?
my question to
Do
you.
I look like that?
Did you saw this and decided to crop it, right? Or no?
I saw it, and
did they crop it themselves, or what did they say
No,
on
no.
the broadcast?
No, this was I took a picture of the screen
This
and
is
then
purely
cropped
niche.
it into into the little quadrant, and then because immediately I thought of the American Gothic. Then I had to Google the American Gothic photo just to make sure it kind of matched up, and then when her parted hair and the little the spurs being the spur being the pitchfork, I just thought
so
it was,
that's
it was
this right
perfect.
here.
Right.
Okay. So Meech immediately pulls this up and does the comparison with this famous piece of artwork. And then this is to the tune now of what was, Seamus Clancy with the, he commented on it, 1.1 million views, Meech. Geez, 71,000 or 61,000 likes.
Well, you want to know the funniest part about this is that night, I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever tweeted. Like this is pretty fucking perfect and funny.
Before it went viral.
Way before.
Okay.
So I
He knew it.
my
You know
next
when
Did you
gotta
run
go.
downstairs and tell the whole family?
no, my next tweet was
He said
if this
splash.
doesn't go viral, I'm
Truth,
deactivating my Twitter account and I'm never coming back. So it was like an hour later and it only had about 60 likes. So I was like, I'm a man of my word. I'm deactivating my Twitter. Goodbye, everyone. I think that I said my last words are go watch Widow's Bay on Apple TV.
Huge on Widow's
And
Bay.
I deactivated my Twitter account.
No, you
right?
did?
Deactivated for the
Why?
entire night.
Amazing.
The next morning I woke up and I went into the bathroom like I always do, and I'm sitting there peeing and I'm checking Twitter. And I'm like, wait, why isn't my Twitter? And I was like, oh fuck, I deactivated. I might have had a few drinks the night before.
No.
So
My
I was
code.
like, oh shit, I deactivated. So I was like, fuck it, I'm not reactivated. And then a couple people in my group text are like, yo, you just didn't give it enough time, let it go. So I reactivated around 11 o'clock the next day. So I missed all of the night traffic that would have occurred. So it was like a 12 to 13 hours between when I deactivated, and it still went crazy. And the funny thing is, this Art But Sports, I don't know if
It's so good.
it's great, right?
It's so good.
Well, instead of acknowledging it
It's so quick.
and like
they
saying
ripped
how they DM'd me and they were like, oh, I had this queued up in January.
Oh, no.
And sent me a picture of them two at like an event where it didn't
get
look
the
anything
fuck
like
outta
that.
here.
And I was just like, that's kind of
Are
lame.
you
Just
kidding me?
just
That is so
retweet it or
lame.
say like, because if you look at my numbers,
That's a whole
They're-
nother level of the story that I
they're
didn't
better.
know.
They're better than most of the numbers
That
of
they get.
that they get. I mean, because
Suck it, Art But
American
Sports. Art
Gothics,
But
you know,
Sports.
people know this one. The ones they do are so fucking obscure that
That's weak, man.
That
Yo.
is really weak.
It
Give credit where credit's due.
they kind of did, but they were like, "Oh, I had this queued up, and I must have forgot to post it." is
You know
what
we
they
should have
said.
done?
forgot to post it, but that's all you do. I'm
Yeah.
sure you forgot.
This
right?
reminds me of the time we had the freezing cold takes guy on. We should have called up Art But Sports and had them on to defend their position. We should have had a,
DM them right now.
It's not a
React to
position.
them or something.
I mean, I feel like.
Can I ask a question? Because
course.
I'm an inexperienced ex tweeter. You got 1.1 million views. I don't know how many followers you have on Twitter X, but did this substantially increase your followers?
I don't know, and to be honest with you, I don't give a shit.
I don't
Awesome.
know. Meech.
I'm so
not buying
through
it.
with caring about Twitter or who like it's. I'm so beyond that on Twitter. It's
don't know,
become
man.
weird.
Those were fun
and-
days though, back when that like shit mattered. Like if you put out a bad
And every once in a while, like, I see it-
Still matters. to
I see a
me.
random
Street cred.
tweet that's so cool and so funny and original, and I'm like, this is what Twitter used to be like, but now it's just people complaining about shit.
I think we need to throw it back to the guess that tweeter. But I don't know. Has Fink? It's not really.
Who?
Fink's not dedicated
Think
to the
tweets
game.
about most of his tweets about the weather nowadays.
Yeah, seriously. What the heck is that about?
Hot and
Where?
sticky.
I wish he was here.
He's
to
a big
defend
weather
himself.
guy.
Who?
Fink. He should have been a
Weatherman.
meteorologist.
Does anyone
I
know
think.
what family event he's at tonight that he couldn't make it?
The second communion.
Yeah.
Ah.
to it.
If anyone's watching this is what you need to do. If you're watching this and you expected Fink to be here and you appreciate when he's here and you value his
Say,
contribution,
let's go, Fink.
you got to harass him on the
No,
internet. And
harass
you're
him.
like, why are you
Or
not
if
here, bro?
You're watching and you've seen him in the past few weeks.
Yeah.
We'd love to know
He
where.
doesn't think anyone cares, and I think people do care. So please harass Eric Fink.
He won't let us care
Online.
for him.
Yeah, it's hard.
Let
to
us
care.
love you, Fink.
It's just so
Finky,
hard to
come
care.
back.
Finky.
Finky, come back
please.
to us, baby.
All right, so hey, no Sixers, no Flyers.
So wait, we're just dumping
that?
my crazy viral moment like
Well,
that.
what did you
All right,
want?
no,
What
no.
else did you want?
Carry
I don't know.
on.
You
You
gave
have
it 10
a
minutes.
a sign, congratulations.
Yeah,
What do you
Carry
want?
on.
plaque?
Poster
we
board?
just-
You said
Most
you don't care about
viralist?
Twitter anymore. So
I don't.
I'm confused.
No,
You
I'm just
said you
kidding.
had said you had a virus, so I was like,
Most viralist.
virus.
I didn't say
All
I had
right.
a virus.
All right, now let me ask you guys a question.
You are so out of social media, dude.
Listen, I think
I'm so out that I'm in.
the most captivating scenario that's going on right now, I think, is this AJ Brown thing. Did anyone, by the way, I heard Vrabel is going to have a press conference. Did anyone hear that? Did you hear that, Mitch?
Did not.
No.
Oh.
What
It's not
could
going to be
he-
anything of any
Yeah, he
substance.
won't say anything.
Be like
thought, you
PR
know,
Diana
speak.
Rossini's been in hiding for the past
Could be
3
some good
months.
stuff in there.
She caught the brunt of it. He's not going to take any
Well,
questions.
Obviously, everyone here is wondering what's going to happen with AJ Brown. I think that's next week, right? June 1st. What's that?
Monday.
No.
Monday.
Here's the thing.
Was he at practice today?
No.
No, hell
No,
no.
listen. There was a
Voluntary.
report, and I believe I'm bad with my NFL reporters, but I like
Ball
this
sack
dude's name.
sports or no?
No, it was Mike Garafolo.
Yeah.
That name has a ring to it. Garafolo. I
Isn't he
like that.
related to Anthony Gargano? Isn't that his like cousin or something?
I think he's a Philly guy. Be careful.
Yeah, I thought
Uh,
so, but I don't know.
Either way, Mike Garafolo said, "Listen,
Pro Football Talk.
the thing starts on June 1st where they get the cap hit, but it doesn't mean they have to trade them on June 1st. They could wait 2 months and field offers. There's no rush. Like what's
Right. But the question is whether they had some sort of deal that's already been kind of negotiated that Meech he's got his
Old
allergies
head.
kicking
Old
in.
Old
head
head virus,
sneezing
he
over
He's
there.
got a virus. No, the question is whether there's already a deal that they had a handshake deal on. But that wouldn't make sense to me.
You
because
can't-
things can change.
like, yeah,
right?
you can make a handshake deal and then get an actual deal from someone else and be like, hey, fuck your handshake. I'm going with this dude who's offering me a next year's first instead of a 2028
Is there any world in
first.
which he can come back?
I was
No,
gonna say
there's no world.
they should bring
He's
him
burned
back
all bridges.
and do Hard Knocks and just have it be amazing.
Okay, but here's my question
It
to you
wouldn't be
guys.
fun. It would make everything uncomfortable. Just cut it. Cut
All right,
the cord.
But let's
It's
think about
done.
this. Okay, fine. But Howie Roseman is not one to just cut the cord. You know what I mean? He's going to try to get value.
Well, no, he's definitely going to get
All right,
value.
but here's the thing: the Eagles drafted Lemon, right? So we know they've got a plan in place, and everybody knows that they're waiting for this deadline so that the cap money could spread out or whatever it is. Is that Mark? Is that what it is? The cap money spreads out over a couple of years instead of all in one. Is that am I getting that right?
You don't take as big a hit. All
like-
in, all in
Isn't it
this
like 20
year.
million? It would have
Yeah,
been 40, but it spreads out over 2 years.
It spreads out. It reduces the dead
Right.
money.
So
they
all
call
the
it.
other GMs know that, and they know we're sitting here as fans going, we can't keep the guy. The other GMs know that. And so we're all sitting here like, oh, they'll get a first and it'll be all good. But like, how do we know they're not, these other GMs are going to play hardball with the Eagles? You know what I mean? How do we know that?
That's where you hope that there's more.
Well,
It's not
if they
just the
do
Patriots.
keep him and just decide to sit him, it's not that big
They're not
of
gonna do
an
that.
issue. I mean, whatever.
I want to see a world in which he comes back and it's like, we're even better than we thought we
I
were going to
think
be.
the smart thing for the Eagles to do.
Sean Mannion calls him up. I got you, bro. I'm going to make Jalen throw you the ball.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
The smart thing for the Eagles to do would be to wait into training camp and see if anyone loses a wide receiver to like Devontae Adams goes down with an ACL injury. Oh shit, maybe we can trade him to the Rams now and get more for him.
Okay, but let's think about this from the Eagles' perspective. If they do that, then okay, let me back up. Mark, you might have to answer this. If the Eagles keep AJ Brown, I would assume the cap scenario. All right.
I think his cap hit is worse if we trade him than if we keep him.
Right. If we keep him, then we can spread it out however we want, right? Or how does that work?
If you keep him, it's just whatever the contract is. which
Right.
I don't know off the top of my head what it is.
Right. If you trade him,
But
it's
if you
dead cap,
trade
this, that,
him,
and X.
there's this like dead money. But after June 1st, it gets spread out. It's less of a hit for this year. In theory, you have flexibility.
So the only way to
for
return the
re-signing
value would
people.
be to get a first
And-
round or early second round pick.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're
Which
just
is what-
paying him that money.
which is
Yes.
what he,
And
he
I think,
commands.
you know, I understand what you're saying. You hang on. But at that point, you've already dealt with half the distraction or half the issue. If there's a distraction, if there's an issue, I honestly don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell when these things are happening unless you have actual knowledge of reality, whether this is actually going on inside, you know, the organization, that he's a distraction or that people aren't getting along, or if this is, it almost like takes on a life of its own where maybe it's even just concocted and perceived to a certain extent and it becomes reality.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think
Like-
like we've talked about this, the reaction from all the players, I don't think this is a problem or distraction for them. I think there's clearly a rift between Jalen and AJ, and the offense went in a way where he didn't get numbers that he should be getting, obviously. And so the only question you would have, I think all the players on the team would welcome AJ back, right? But it's just a question of, is the rift with Jalen Hurts so bad he can't come back, and would the offensive scheme change, change the way that he's utilized so that he might get those numbers? I mean, it is very inconceivable to think.
You know,
he
Well,
would
I also
put up
think
the
that's
numbers
sort
he
of,
did.
sorry to interrupt you, Meech. That's what I was saying is like, if you start adding and subtracting people like him in the middle of training camp, I just have to imagine as a coaching staff that that's not the ideal time to do it. And that you want to be able to plan
I guess, but
for your
dude,
season.
how many people hold out and then just come back at the beginning of the season and it's fine? When you're that good, it's really not that hard to
A
plug
lot of
you in,
guys, yeah, skip camp.
And here's my question to you guys. Okay, so let's just assume AJ Brown is going to be gone. How do you feel? Do you feel comfortable that losing AJ Brown is not a significant factor in terms of how good the team is going to be? Do you think they've done enough with the draft picks and the everything they've put together that we can manage it no problem? Or are you like, no, this is going to be a problem for the Eagles?
No, at this point, he's a total distraction to the team. He's disassociated himself with
So addition by
anything to do with
subtraction.
the Eagles over this offseason. He's made it clear that he doesn't want to be a part of this organization, and that's fine. And I was thinking today, like I know I said before, it really bothered me after the Super Bowl. He's like, I don't really feel fulfilled with that Super Bowl win. It's more about dominating a defensive back every week. That's what I want to do. And I'm thinking to
He did say
myself,
he
like,
wanted more Super Bowls too.
like, AJ Brown will have a great legacy, but it'll be better if he wins multiple Super Bowls on a winning team. Then he'll never be a top 10 receiver in NFL history. Like, and it doesn't matter how long you play or what numbers you accrue. Like, you look at guys like Calvin Johnson, they'll always be looked as better wide receivers than AJ Brown. He's not close to a top 10 ever. He's not top 10 right now in the NFL. And that's just, I think he's got a distorted view of himself and the
real
way
quick.
he can play.
If you're AJ Brown and you want to be those things, that's
it's fine.
Why,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no, I'm
fine.
saying, but that's why you don't want to be in Philadelphia anymore. And I got to say this in his defense: the numbers that he's put up over the past couple of years are just ridiculous. You know what I mean? There's just, he should be in the top 5 in all statistical categories for wide receivers if he's being used correctly. And there's obviously the problem here in Philadelphia, whether it's the offensive coordinator, whether it's the issue with Jalen. Like, the dude is not getting the numbers he should be getting.
He's also not the only option. We have Saquon, Smitty, Goddard. Like, we have
still, but he put up numbers in years past,
yeah.
and so it just doesn't really make sense to me. And
Last year was just really weird where he would just disappear.
Well, if
and
you
not
can
get
get
any
a
looks.
guy for like the same value for a guy that you traded for after he's burned all bridges, that's a great deal. So it's going to happen. And he's got no chance of coming back, whether he sticks around for a couple more months. But I'm just saying that Garofalo said there's no rush in getting rid of him. It's just June 1st is the date his number goes down, his cap
anytime
number.
past that.
So when you could do whatever you want after that.
I mean, Howie's going to definitely if there's one thing I trust is how he's going to negotiate this situation in the best possible way. I just wonder if we've lost a decent amount of leverage with the way this is all played out.
Lost
So
no leverage.
We're going to
If
find
anything,
out.
more teams will
It's
get
actually,
it.
I just realized it's going to be annoying because if next week comes and like it doesn't happen right away, everyone's going to be like, what's happening? We're just gonna wait.
But here's the thing why it shouldn't be annoying, because he's gone. If anything, like we're getting a Brian Thomas or a Keyshawn Booty back.
No.
Well, then we're
That
getting
the guy
nothing.
who caught all the deep balls.
Then
for
the
New England?
only thing we're losing is AJ Brown, which we know. So what's the distraction? We know we're losing him. Period. Who cares if you get a first round pick next year? That's not a distraction to players on the field.
Well, and we're in a stage during the preseason or off season that it's not, super detrimental, right? You got voluntary OTAs, you're gonna have a nice long break, and they're gonna come in for training camp. So plenty of time to figure that out. I'd be surprised if this lingers into preseason, but I wouldn't put it past Howie to do that if he thinks that's what's necessary to maximize the value. So,
and to annoy AJ at this point.
But I do have to say,
I think it's going to happen very quickly. I think it's going to happen next week.
Okay. And this
and
is a guy that negotiates contracts. So we
these
should listen to him.
voluntary OTAs are voluntary, like when your boss says, I don't care about FaceTime.
Yeah, it's not good if you don't show up. Or were there any notable absences from Eagles OTAs that you guys are aware of? I didn't
Which
I didn't
I think was the only. There was a few notable ones, but they were kind of expected. But Dontavian Wicks was like, "Why aren't you there, dude?"
Oh no. Well, I don't really
But
understand.
who gives
I don't
a
know
shit
that
about
guy
him?
yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's all about. He's one of the
I
17 receivers we have, right?
As an Eagles fan, setting aside the all the business and whatnot, it is exciting to think about watching Devonta Smith as the number one wide receiver. He's always been in sort of, a shadow. And I think he's a capable number one. So that's exciting. But I don't think anyone would ever say that, and I disagree with you, Meech. I think A.J. Brown is a top 10 wide receiver currently in the NFL. But I don't think anyone would ever say that by losing A.J. Brown, your team is getting better or not, at least in the short-term perception, getting worse.
And I think how
we can prove that wrong over time.
And Howie's kind of said that, he always talks about, you want to have great players. A.J. Brown's a great player. So, I don't think he takes that lightly. But here's, like, to play devil's advocate a little bit on the whole, like, everyone loves Devonta Smith, and rightfully so. But, when A.J. Brown is gone, the likelihood of double teams, and defenses gearing up to take Devonta Smith away, that becomes way more likely, And it's funny, a guy like Lemon who comes in here, who I'm super high on, I'm very excited about, our ability to get the ball to a guy like that, underneath in the middle or whatever. If people are going to roll, safeties over Devontae or whatever, we're going to need a guy like that. And also, let's not forget, and I feel like nobody's talking about this, we added Stowers, you know what I mean? And this is a guy who I think actually is going to come in and contribute right off the bat. In today's NFL, a really athletic, good tight end is basically like a receiver, right? So that's honestly, I think that's a big piece of this. Between the two of those guys, if they can come in, if they can come in, if Mannion's going to draw up some crafty stuff, across the middle and motion, what have you, and we got Stowers and Lemon, these guys are flying around, and Smitty, we know Smitty's fast and he's impossible to cover. So if all these guys can play fast and Jalen can get the ball out, I think we'll be all right.
Agreed. I think Lemon looks great, but rookie wide receivers are still rookie wide receivers.
I guess. What did Puka Nacua do during his rookie year?
Fair enough, but that's, you don't have Puka Nacuas like falling off trees. I'm just saying
isn't receiver though a position where you
don't
see
fall the lemon tree?
Don't you see receivers coming in making an impact pretty quick, generally speaking, compared to most other positions?
Marvin Harrison,
especially
didn't do anything.
That's true, but I feel like that was kind of a letdown. I mean, I'm not
sure.
But
you could also probably list guys that struggled or were pedestrian or what have you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that
you don't piss off Marvin, man. It's a bad idea.
Yeah,
bad idea. But generally speaking, I know a lot of people are a little bit concerned about some of the NFC East teams and things they've done, but there's no reason to think the Eagles aren't going to have a good season, right, guys? I mean, come on, help me out here.
Great season.
If we had Fink here, we would.
I don't know. Fink would
better.
say 17-0, right? I keep forgetting the 17 thing. I'm like 16, 17, 18.
And it makes it harder to figure out like I'm like they're going to go 14 and and 2 this year. I'm like, oh shit, never mind.
10 and 6,
13
11
and
and
4.
5.
How do you
10 and 6
add
was
that?
classic.
It's tough.
Yeah.
No more tennis. Ben actually this week was like, has anyone ever gone 18-0? And I'm like, dude, there's 18 weeks, but there's 17 games.
Pats, Pats had it going.
They did.
All right. I think
You want me to? I think I'm gonna go microwave.
yeah. All right. So Tommy, we're gonna release you
Yeah.
to prepare the tacos because this is an important moment. From
Normally,
time to time,
I'm anti-microwave, but that's probably what they're using at Wawa. So
Yeah.
it makes sense.
No, it's
here.
those convection ovens that like don't really heat stuff right. I
we need to
hate those
kill
things.
any bacteria that have formed
convection
in the
oven.
time since
Not
you
it's
got
not
them.
a air fryer.
Here's a little pet
oven.
peeve. I used to, when I was younger, I'd go to Dunkin' Donuts and I'd get a bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant, and they would put the
Croissant
egg.
is trash for a sandwich. I'm saying.
No. Back in the day, it was perfect. Dunkin'
Crazy.
Donuts, they would put the egg in a microwave. Then, after like 30 seconds in a microwave, they would put the bacon and cheese on top of it, and then put it on for like another 30 seconds. And it would tasted so good. Then about like 4 years later, they started using a convection oven, and it was shit. It tasted like shit.
Listen,
Like it.
that Dunkin' Donuts bacon, that's like the Subway bacon. I know
Oh,
when
yeah.
you go to Subway and it's like that ain't bacon.
There was a
man.
certain.
It's already cooked, but they
There
cook
was a
it again.
So
certain
limp.
year they changed everything,
It's
man.
so limp. Tommy, how long are you gonna heat those for? Yeah, I don't think you got to be very careful. You know what I mean? You can't go.
You want to hear another story? Like I tell you, I don't go to Wawa anymore because I had bad experiences.
Oh my gosh! Now this okay. All right. Now this is Shred Crew PA. This is Durag, but Durag making a salient point in here. He said, "Let's talk about trading a 30-point scoring player on a championship team for 3 second-round players."
Yeah.
Wait, is he
Yeah.
talking about?
I guess
Jared
it's
McCain.
I was gonna say, but a 30.
Or is he talking about Julian
scoring
Champagny?
player?
Who got these
Or
starts
is he talking
last
about
night.
Landry Shamet?
All right.
When he
Listen, but wait,
Landry
but wait.
Shamet was a great pick because I watched him a lot at Wichita
Hold
State.
on,
I
hold
knew
on.
he was good. That was a terrible.
This
move
is
as well.
flawed because he's saying a 30-point scoring player on a championship team. Like, no, he's on a championship team now, right? He was on the Sixers, not a championship team. But I gotta say, watching last night, he's starting, and I do think we've gone a little overboard on the whole like McCain's gone thing, Crimea River, because he does force offense. Do you notice this with McCain? He gets into the paint and he takes some bad shots. He does do some dumb stuff.
I would take McCain over fucking every guard except VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey on the Sixers.
Well, of course.
Period.
Everyone agrees
Any
with that.
player.
You know the thing that
Not
pissed
just
me off?
guard.
Daryl Morey did that, then he got fired. He's gone, and we have to live with it. You know what I mean?
He's taken the fall. He did not do that. He's not the one that wanted to save.
Yeah,
30
you know what?
cents.
I originally thought that
He
way,
said
but
they traded high on him.
but now,
Because he
now
had
thinking
to.
back on
They
it,
said, Daryl, go
Yo,
out and say this.
Nick Nurse wouldn't even play him. So that
get
that
it.
wasn't Daryl Morey.
That's
That was
weird.
Nick Nurse. Wasn't even playing him.
Yeah, that was it's so bad. And then just watching this, watching him play well, it hurts. So a very good point by at Shred Crew PA, otherwise known as DJ Durag. Thanks
Doesn't
for
hurt
tuning in, buddy.
me.
We love you.
I will say he does force shots, Jesse, but I also think that
Does.
he's being told to do that. I think they're just like, dude, shoot. We
Great.
want you shooting.
Great. That's what we should have done. What do we have to lose? you know?
Sixers are a cursed franchise who will never win a championship in my life.
Because of the process? Or
no,
what?
because of the evil owner.
Because of Josh Harris.
What if he sells a team?
I can get behind that.
I mean,
Who's he gonna
he
sell
would
it
have
to?
to sell it. They would have to burn down the building.
Meech, do you
They
have
would
any
have
thoughts
to-
on this Jameer Nelson stuff, by the way?
I have no idea. Like, I don't think. I don't
Yeah.
know shit, man, about that kind of stuff.
Well, it's funny, like with the Briere
really
Jonesy thing, I'm like, well, this is awesome. I love these guys, but can they actually do
Right.
this job?
Yeah, what do I
So,
know?
Yeah, how do we know?
I know Jameer Nelson knows more than me, so
Well,
whatever.
that's fair.
I always felt like Jonesy knew hockey. Like,
Of course,
maybe it's because it's
you
relative.
don't play
to me.
hockey and not know
Good
hockey,
point.
but when you're in a position to make decisions about roster construction and cap management, all this stuff, it's
lot
little
of
Let's
different
be
than playing
honest.
the game.
The Sixers are looking to hire a yes man who's going
Right.
to do what
That's
the
it.
people above him say
Yeah.
and who's grateful to have the job. They're not looking to hire someone who's going to come in and think for themselves.
Is
If
this
they get
coming
the-
from a man who did not renew his season tickets or who did? He did. Okay. Yeah, they got you.
God, you're reminding
Tom
hard,
doing
man.
great work on these tacos.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is gonna be exciting. Now, what we've got to understand, Tom. I want to know what.
First of all, this shit is. You remember Wawa like a year or two ago?
Ooh, vegan.
Oh my gosh, that looks
Yeah,
terrible.
there's 0%
Wait,
chance
is
I'm
this a
trying
vegetarian taco? Yeah, no, that's not me.
0%
I'll
chance
try
I'm
the
trying
veggie.
Wow.
Yeah, like a year or two ago,
Yo,
Wawa
that
went
is
overboard with their pizza,
Terrible. Everything's like leaking out of it.
and it was so
Wait,
mid.
I have to go
like,
first.
Well, that's
Well,
all right.
you're going to be the
Well,
only one to eat the black bean with like that.
pepper.
Ain't me, man.
If you're gonna order the veggie taco,
Thank you for thinking of me with this veggie taco.
I might not even try any of these, to be honest with you. I'm pretty.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty
you
grossed
are
out right now.
contractually obligated to participate in all.
This ain't
tasting.
Joe Rogan's Fear Factor. I'm
The cricket taco is
Yeah.
coming up next. All right.
fucking Tom and Mark were eating some vegan shit last week after the show. I was like, man, I wouldn't eat that shit if you paid me $500.
Ouch.
I'm sure it was, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't like little plastic bags. That was a little sus. Plastic bags, but
No, it was,
I eat like a 15-year-old.
Samosas.
still with us.
All right, so this black bean taco tastes like. Yeah, exactly. It tastes
Okay.
like I got a
Oh,
can of
gosh.
black beans,
What's-
threw them
what
on
are
a
these?
thing, put some cheese on it, and threw it in the microwave.
Chicken?
There is nothing.
Chicken snack and go taco, shredded cheese, medium salsa roja, shredded lettuce.
There is nothing
Let me say.
gourmet,
Fire roasted corn snack taco,
Mexican,
spicy
or
cheese.
anything about
Meech
this
is,
item.
Meech is opting out.
I'm really upset about this. Like
The visual presentation on these
0
not
out of
strong.
10.
Here we go.
Microwaved lettuce. That's an issue for me.
Now,
Oh my god, it's horrible.
I gotta say by default, you roll anything up into a tortilla,
That's
Heat
what I
it up,
mean. I mean,
melty, gooey.
it's beans and cheese.
I would never order that ever
It's not
in
the
a
worst.
million years. I wouldn't order that.
Well, we just concluded that you won't even go to Wawa, not for gas.
Like, so something's got to be appealing for me to go out of my way to get it. That's the crappiest shit I ever. Oh man,
These are like the worst version
I'm a little biased because
Of-
I'm actually hungry right now.
of gringo tacos.
Right.
Like this is the shit that
It was real gringo.
white
It's
people, and they're
Pennsylvania.
like Taco Tuesday. This is like the shit they roll out.
No, Tom.
When in our city we have
Tom, I
so many
appreciate the effort of going
amazing-
there, but I'm not interested in it.
All right, hold on.
This
So many
this is
amazing
like the
restaurants.
worst. This makes Taco Bell look authentic.
Tom, yours seems to be bursting with corn. Did you get a certain different blend or something? I don't see any corn in mine.
Yeah, that was the
I don't think I can go with corn.
seasoned beef and fire roasted corn.
Jesus.
No,
Jesse's putting the whole thing
I'm
down.
eating
Jesse's
I'm
done-
hungry, man.
This reminds me of the time that we did it with Jesse's dad, the Gov. He had a cheesesteak donut. Is that
Oh,
what
yeah.
it was? We put a cheesesteak in a donut as like a gag for a Kickstarter,
That's true.
and he ate it, and he kept going. And he literally ate the whole thing.
Listen, we are finishers. We don't start a job and not finish. And by the way,
Hey, yo.
that is the most basic little taco. I mean, it's barely filling.
Did not quench your hunger.
No, but the story Tom's alluding to was actually it was for the Rooster Soup Company, right? And somebody shows up in the office in a chicken suit. Was Solomonov in the chicken suit? Mike Solomonov in the chicken suit, and they made a custom donut. And we're shooting a video. Those were the good old days, man.
That's awesome.
Tommy and I have been at this for a long time doing dumbass stuff. So respect. I'm hungry for more. But I gotta tell you, I'm looking at the one there, Meech, and all I see is chicken. It doesn't look very good.
It wasn't very good.
I
man.
can't do microwaved lettuce.
That's true. I don't think you're supposed to microwave lettuce, to be honest with you guys.
The bean
Oh,
and cheese was
yes.
just beans and cheese. I mean,
Chaz points this
I'm
out.
praying
Microwave
that
lettuce.
the truck over at Love City is open after
We're
this.
not
So I
gonna
can-
be open.
I'm sending prayers too.
put Mark's picture, the one that he sent? Can you put that up?
Which picture is it of the tacos?
No, what he sent when I said I got the tacos.
Oh no, but I can describe it. He sent pictures of rolls of toilet paper.
Two rolls.
Very honest with you, what I just ate that is not enough. You know what I mean? It's like I always say, like if I'm a bear and you need to take me down, you got to shoot me with like 5 or 6 darts. You know what I mean?
Tranquilizers?
Yeah. That did nothing. That didn't even register. Look at that. That looks like I'll see that tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Some say you might be a bear, but
That's true. That was my nickname back in the day. The bear.
All right, so
don't need to get
should we
into all
go? My review of a Wawa
that.
taco.
You
is-
didn't eat it.
Here's my review of looking at them. 0 out of 10. Fucking 0. I'd rather get a tortilla and wrap it up in Fritos. and,
You know
and
what?
buffalo sauce.
If you add Fritos to this, you might be cooking with some gas, man. All right, so
0 out of 10 for Wawa tacos.
ladies and gentlemen, we've concluded Wawa, shockingly, doesn't make the best tacos. Now, real quick, while we have everybody
Is
here.
this a new special item, by the way? I meant to ask the
Yeah,
content.
Yeah, you don't see
marketing
the-
the shit out of it.
You haven't seen it
Hence
going across
Did
the
you
bridge?
turn on
Hence
a
this
radio or
activation.
TV ever?
And I'm eating
I
the
do.
beef taco now, by the way, ladies and
They're
gentlemen.
not advertising on the French Open. I've been watching a lot of French Open. You guys been watching a lot of French Open?
No, we didn't watch a French Open. What the hell are you talking about? Okay. Now,
Roland
here's my
Garros
question to you
action?
guys. Since we are into the Mexican vein on food, best place to get Mexican food in the area that you have experienced? Go. Tommy, you're the food specialist.
There's a truck at 17th in Washington
Mm.
that is amazing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What's it called? Do you remember? Dos
Por-
Hermanos,
Porto,
It's called a
maybe?
Toyota 4Runner.
I'm just eating these like it's nobody's business.
You like guys like it?
El Pueblo is great on 9th Street. I'm telling you, there are so many.
Blue corn.
Yes, blue corn.
For,
yes,
like, real
yes,
authentic
yes,
Mexican
yes,
food?
blue corn is amazing.
And we just went out. We took my mom out Friday night for her 84th birthday. Go mom, 84.
I mean, she didn't even have a taco. You
and
can't leave to go to the bathroom. This is unexcused absence. I've got allergies.
For high end Mexican, El Vez still kicks butt.
I agree.
Um,
Very good.
They actually do put
Tequilas?
tequila in their margaritas, which is great.
That is nice.
Shout out friend of the pod, Mike Murphy. I've actually eaten at Cresta in East
Cresta,
Falls
baby.
3 times in the past 10 days. The burrito there, the chips and salsa, they have a sampling of salsa and you get to pick 3 different salsas with your chips and salsa.
Yep.
Shout out Cresta. Shout out Mike
Murph
Murphy.
for getting the roof done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been up there. The
And
roof
the
deck.
food is amazing.
But
I got to give it to him.
we got to keep it
the
real.
food is
That is
amazing.
the Detroit Lions fan base home bar. You know that?
Oh, did
They
not know
come
that.
to watch.
Murph's?
Yes, they come to watch their games there. I don't know
Hey,
if that's gonna-
business is business. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Must have been really awkward when the Eagles were playing the Lions last year. But yeah, he's got a beautiful roof deck. You got to get up there. Murph, between
Murph's has a
Murphy's.
roof deck now?
No. This is Taqueria Cresta.
The Cresta, okay.
Right on Midvale.
It's got multiple offerings. If you want to friggin' do the wings thing and the Irish whiskey, what have you, you go to Murph's Saloonery. If you want to get your Mexican on, you go to Taqueria Cresta. It's wonderful.
Check that out.
What's the number one spot for Mexican in the Northeast, Meech?
Listen, I don't go out Mexican food eating. I don't know that.
I led him right into that answer. I knew that was
On
coming.
Chickies and
on
Pete's
the
have
border,
tacos?
on the border in the Chamonix Mall. I have no
Um,
idea, honest to God.
There probably are a couple. Finkwin though, but
So
is Fink gonna do
love
tacos? Is Fink's
tacos,
doing tacos?
and I do love Mexican food, Tommy. I'm gonna go to that truck on 17th
telling
like
you, it's
very
amazing.
soon. Yeah,
It's
I've
amazing.
driven by it a million times.
It's great.
Yeah. Walking distance, we could meet.
Yo,
there.
you know, I didn't have
About equal
Taco
distance.
Bell until I was like 17 years old. I never had Taco Bell.
And do you like it?
I don't like it. Like
I
I'm
don't
just
like
I'm
it.
not a fan. I haven't gone
All right,
back.
here's a question.
much.
Taco
I
Bell, what sauce do you get?
I don't know that I've eaten Taco Bell since I was
I get mild.
17.
Yeah, me neither.
Mild. Me? I just had it a couple weeks ago
Talking to yourself.
and actually sucked.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm gonna kick some knowledge. If you haven't Taco Bell, cheesy gordita crunch. Just try it. It's fantastic. Man. Nonsense. Go for it.
Okay.
Anytime you got melty soft with the crunchy, I'm in. Now, this whole episode has devolved into me sounding like a fat ass. Someone's gonna back
You
off
just
this.
you just
I'm
ate like
also
7
biased. I was
tacos.
gonna say-
I
and
had
you're
one and a
talking
half.
about
It was
tacos.
barely anything.
When the word Gordo is in the item, I
You
try and get something
should've made
else.
this
It's gordita.
Jesse's ode to tacos.
I've also
Gordita.
worked with so many people over the years that have like brought in homemade dishes that are just
Oh, have you?
amazing.
That's nice. Well,
Yeah.
well, us regular people have to deal with the tacos at Wawa. Apparently, if you want to get our Mexican on stuff out here. All right, I'm gonna kick it back a little bit to baseball because there's one thing I thought. I just want to give a word of encouragement. Now, your children play youth baseball. Mark, your children play youth baseball and softball.
They
I
do.
want to provide words of encouragement to the youth out there. Just know that you can get a $300 million contract and not even be a good fielder. Okay. Because that's what I've learned. How many times do I have to watch Trey Turner?
7.5 years left on his contract.
What are we talking about? Like, how do you
He's
get
already played
7.5 years left.
By the way, and like batting title, fair, fine. You know what I mean? If this guy was hitting 50 homers
It's
or
the
something,
worst contract in professional sports.
how does this guy get away with being such a bad fielder? I mean, these are not difficult plays.
he's going to be so bad soon. Like, we're not even going to be able to play him in the field. And we already have Schwarber locked up, so we can't DH him either. He's going to be unplayable.
I mean, it's funny to me. Listen,
what's amazing is before he came to us, he was a really good fielder.
Was he, though?
We
Or
gave
was
him-
that just like propaganda?
I have no patience for this. We gave the guy a standing ovation. We brought him back from the
We
dead.
held his hand.
What else do we need to do? And it's funny because Harper was signed obviously mostly because of the being a bat, right? At the time we signed him, he was a right fielder, and he's a decent right fielder. But credit to him, that's a real baseball player.
Yeah.
The guy can play first base because guess what?
Yeah.
He's a badass baseball player. He's one of the best baseball players in the world. And by the way, you got Turner at short, who is getting paid $300 million and is booting balls left and right. And you know what? Everybody piles on Alec Boehm.
Yo,
He's over there at
Boehm.
third base, barehanding,
Boehm
making
has
a play.
had some
That guy,
in the last 2 weeks.
and it's just, I love this.
Oh.
We crapped on him so hard for being a bad fielder. And then guess what? He got better. You know what I mean? And like, what the
He's
hell's
made
the deal
some
with Trey
amazing
Turner,
plays
man?
in the past
Can
few
I ask a
weeks.
question? If you get rid of Stott, which will happen eventually,
I love Stotty. Don't get rid of him. He's so sweet.
he is playing better, and his defense
Beautiful
is always
looking.
good. I'm sorry, he's hitting better, and his defense is always good. But do you think Trey Turner? I'm just asking this question. Would he look different at second base than he does at shortstop?
Of course he would, because he'd
Yeah.
have to do so much less. I mean, second base.
So
listen,
eventually, that's probably what's going to happen.
I don't want to
Or the
minimize
outfield.
the importance
Trey
of second
Turner
base,
could play the outfield.
but they should
Would he?
switch the
Left
two
field,
of them.
yeah.
They should switch the two of them right now, like tomorrow, because Stott is nasty. Turner, we could hide him there at second base. They should do it tomorrow, but he won't do it because he's the big
Sosa's a
$300
better
man. I don't
fielder
get
than-
it.
I know, but Stott could play short. Stott really could.
Stott
That's what I'm
Absolutely,
saying.
yeah.
Stott's a nasty fielder, man.
Nice
They
goal.
should do it, but they're not going to. These are the
That would
politics.
also make Stott more valuable.
Hurricanes just scored 3 goals in about
Yeah.
two,
Holy
2
shit, that's
minutes.
3?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Now, is this the kind of situation where
According to Vegas, it's right where they want him.
we got to be rooting for the Hurricanes, right? Because the further they go, the better it makes the Flyers look.
Nah, not
Is
really.
that not how you do it?
I don't want a Canadian team. A Canadian team has won
Damn,
the
dude,
Stanley Cup
you make
since
this about countries?
1993.
Well,
And I
I
just think
do
it's
like
cool.
Montreal.
here's
And I
who
do
you
like the
don't want to
Canadians,
win
but
it.
Rod
Carter Hart
Brindamore.
and John Tortorella. That's who you don't
Yeah.
want to win it.
Rod Brindamore, head coach of the Carolina Panthers, and you can't argue with Rod Brindamore.
Carolina Hurricanes.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
You can if you want. Now, let me ask you guys another question because Mattingly used Duran, multiple times in a row, close out these games, and he got the job done. But when we got Duran last year, I was just like, this guy is the lockdown closer that we've always wanted.
Yeah, I'm over the walk. I'm over the entrance.
Yeah, I
Nobody
mean,
else,
the entrance is like,
you can't come in like that.
I don't care about that,
And
but
then give up
Duran's still
constantly.
elite. Like he's an elite closer. I know, like he
But they hit
pitches
him
to
hard.
so does every
you
closer,
can't pitch
man.
to contact as a closer, dude.
Listen,
Listen, that
I don't
you
think
got to
you,
get swing and miss.
it's the same thing if you're looking for a good right-handed outfielder in the major leagues. Like it's cool to say ours all suck, but all of them do. So if you look at Duran in the
serious
comparison to all closers,
listen,
he's elite, man.
Keith, come on, man. Like I know you're
ever.
international and you go to the Olympics and stuff. You don't got to shit on
Sorry,
Taco
he's
Bell.
a
Like that.
renaissance man.
He said he never had Taco Bell. Come on, Keith.
He didn't shit
So-
on. He just
so
said he's never
Keith,
had.
shout out, man.
No,
Taco
he
Bell
said I
sucks.
have never had Taco Bell ever. There, he is saying that in a particular way. Keith, you and I,
think
will
the
go.
only reason I
I'm gonna
had
get you a
it is
cheesy
because I
gordita
told
crunch.
people I didn't
You're
have it,
gonna
and they
love it,
made me
baby.
eat it.
I'm not saying it's good for you, but it tastes good. This is a fact. Let's be honest with you guys.
Meech, along the lines of what you were saying, I actually was thinking about this the other day because I was like, Duran, blah, blah. If you look around baseball right now, this has got to be, and maybe it is a product of just like it's watered down. This whole starter and reliever thing has never been more blended. This has got to be the like worst group of closers if you look around. Like there's no
by far.
Rivera, there's no Bedrosian, there's none of these.
No, there
classic
is
guys.
San Diego,
Fair.
Mason Miller.
Mason
Okay.
Miller, but
Yeah.
other than Mason Miller, like there's not like 4 to 6 dominant
Right.
closers
But Mark,
in baseball right now.
you realize that is a strange phenomenon to me because we are living in an era where pitchers, for the most part, are dominating hitters. So you would think that the closers,
They are.
Yes.
So it doesn't really make sense to me.
But like
honestly.
the closer, middle reliever setup, man, it's all sort of blended now.
Because they all throw 100 miles
Exactly.
an hour now. It's just like, how do you hit any of this? Was Mizrowski, he threw 50 of his 107 pitches the other day were 100 miles an hour?
It's crazy.
That's astonishing.
I was watching the game.
He's
the other
also
day,
like
and
23. He's going to burn out.
I was watching
I'm
the game
so
the other day.
salty that
Duran comes
they
in
put him in the All-Star
and they
game
do the
over
whole
Sanchez.
thing, and my wife is like, what is up with the tarantula? And I gotta agree, like when the spider crawled,
Right.
I'm like, what's
corny.
hell are we doing here? And we took it from Minnesota, and at the time, the Phillies badly needed an injection of like, good vibes. And so I was like, yeah. But when you're bringing them in tie games or you're bringing them in games just blowing,
or daytime when you can't even see it.
Can't even see the fire.
No lights.
Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Now, question you guys:
They would bring him in. They would bring him in like down 4-3 like last year, and I'd be like, "Why are you playing this?"
Do the Phillies have any sort of like home run thing right now? You know how they used to do like the sombrero and all these teams are doing stuff. They don't have anything,
They
right?
have nothing.
I think the only thing is the Schwarber where he did like the DJ
Okay.
type. I don't know.
No, but the
No, you're
Pirates
talking
have
about
the
like,
cone now
Like the City
and the
Field,
mask.
City Field had the Apple, or
No,
maybe
no,
that
no,
was
no,
Shea
no,
Stadium.
no,
Is
no.
that what
I'm
you're
talking
saying?
about like the turnover chain style thing when they come in the dugout. They put
A
the
lot of these
jacket on
teams
them.
have these things
The
now.
Mariners have the staff. What is
Exactly.
that? The thing?
Yeah.
Trident.
Trident.
We don't have that. I kind of like that we don't have that. To be honest with you, I think that whole thing.
Talk about it. Be about it.
You know what I mean? Just totally out of there.
Other than the fact that we've got some dudes that could show a little more emotion and be a little more interesting.
Well, look, and by the way, we got to give some credit to Brandon Marsh. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Dude,
This guy.
Oh.
I mean,
It's been
it's
awesome.
so nice to see a player who it's just been like can't hit left-handed pitching. He's gonna have to platoon to like actually do what he's doing, so we don't have to hear about that anymore. So I appreciate Brandon Marsh. Is he gonna be all-star, right?
oh hell yeah.
He's got to be.
Sure. So now we're gonna
Sanchez is going to be the
have, what's the
all-star
maximum
starter.
amount of all-stars you can have? Is there a limit?
Schwarber will be the DH. Harper should be the
He's
first
gotta be.
baseman.
He's got to be right. I mean, I don't know.
No, I mean there's good first baseman.
Oh,
so
isn't the guy from the Braves having a crazy season?
Olsen, he's not as good as Harper.
No. Okay. I mean,
But
Harper's been
Harper
great.
will make. We could have 5, 6, maybe.
Things really turned
Four.
around.
You don't think Duran could make it?
No.
He's got his ERA. I looked at his ERA is under 2.
I think he'd be the odd man out.
I think
Okay.
Kerkering's ERA is crazy.
Yeah, and shout out to Kirkring, man. You know that was tough.
And he made.
Folded.
Did you see him make a play
Yes.
on the like?
He made the same play.
Yeah.
Also, by the
that's
way,
pretty cool.
Meech, I know we got a bunch of Kirkring shirts. On.
I know.
We got to roll these babies
Seriously,
back out.
man.
We got to roll them back out.
I'm
Related,
down
Yeah,
like
be
I'm down
transparent
like
about where-
600K
where you're coming
on
from. Yeah,
Kerkering
yeah.
shirts.
listen, related but unrelated. For the home run derby, if you guys had to choose where to sit in the stadium to go to the home run derby, where would you sit?
Depends on who's in it.
Left field,
I'd go
Right
go
field.
right field.
left or right.
Right? Because that's like, normally you'd want to be like close down by everything. And I guess you could say it's cool that all the players come out and they like set up the couches and stuff so you could see that. But, and I don't know if
Oh,
you're,
you got to be in the outfield.
You gotta be in the
I
outfield?
meant like
Are you able
it's
to
definitely
Jesse? Are you
outfield.
able to choose?
yeah, like there was sections. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, well, it was just a unique situation that presented itself. But I was thinking about
My
it.
son is very upset that we're not sitting in the outfield, and I want
Did
to
you tell him?
I
we
want to
have season
smack him.
tickets to everything.
Yeah, I
bastard?
literally want to smack him and be like, "Do you understand that? Like, if I was your age and this was happening, actually, it did. We had the All-Star game in 1996. Granted, I was like 20 years old. Like, I wasn't going to any of this stuff.
Yeah.
You little motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
And like, I want to sit in the outfield and catch home run balls. I'm like, dude, if you want to run around Ashburn Alley, go out there and run around Ashburn Alley. Be
Well,
my guest.
That was part of the
You know
calculation.
what? But I'm like, literally, like, I'm gonna kill you that you're complaining about where
And
you're
Ashburn
sitting.
now is going to be filled with degenerates who are trying
Right,
to
that
fight
one
for
guy.
balls.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
guy's
And
name?
granted, he's like a very nice,
Hample,
sweet,
Zach
grateful
Hample.
kid, but he doesn't understand it. But I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you're not getting. You don't
He only
get to
knows
pick.
one thing.
Only Jesse gets to pick where he sits for the home run derby.
Listen,
But if you want to sit with me and let him sit with Dean, we could work
but
something out.
look, nothing comes cheap for this. But I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I mean, it's been what 30 years since it's been here, right? So
Yeah.
for all we know, it could be another 30 years before it comes back. So YOLO, let's go. Let's
You
get in
might
the
not
building.
even be here in 30
Now,
years.
All-Star game versus home run derby. You guys thoughts? I think we talked about
That
this
was
last
for Fink.
episode, but I don't really care. You guys think it's more fun to be at the home run derby than All-Star game?
I think we talked about it last week.
Yeah, we
and
did,
said
but we'll talk about it
It was
again.
more like the
Okay.
kids, from a kid's perspective. We appreciate it more as we're older.
Yeah.
About wanting to see.
But
the
someone made a
greats.
good point. The players don't really take it seriously, and it's not that great.
It
So,
leave after their second at bat.
yeah.
They get in their
It's not that
jet.
cool.
And
They're like home before the game
Yeah.
ends, or in the Bahamas because they get like 2.5 days off.
I'm more excited to see Shohei when they come.
the vibes and the nighttime of the home run derby is usually a lot cooler. But All-Star game's nice.
Did you guys know this? For the first game of the Padres series, I'm pretty sure it was like bring your dog to the game thing, you know?
Bark in the
that's-
park.
Right, and that's Petco Park. So they might do multiple. They said there was 356 dogs at the game.
There's
How do you
three.
measure that?
There's 300 dogs that have season tickets to Petco.
Right. There's a dog section. Don't they? Do they do this at the Phillies? I feel like they do
People
now.
waiting on them.
They do once a year, I believe. Bark in the park.
I
they
would
call
love
it.
to take my dog to it. My dog has anxiety.
They order bones on their dog phone for
My brother
delivery
always
to their
takes his dog to
section.
Bark in the park. It's his favorite.
They do
day
it
of
at
the year.
the Phillies. You're saying?
They do.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog has anxiety.
Has anyone been to
Not
the
gonna-
park in the park in San Diego?
I don't know what that means.
So where you
It-
drive into the stadium?
No, they have a park, like a city park that's incorporated into the stadium in center
Is
field.
that in center field? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, like just outside?
No, I don't know
I'm
if you need a
confused.
ticket or don't need a ticket, but it's the park in the park. It's like just grass area. You hang out and you
Nah.
can see the stadium. You can see the game.
Never heard of it.
I know if
sure.
I'm a worker at a stadium where they have Bark in the Park, I'm calling out the night where I'd have to walk up and down each aisle to clean up shit. I'm calling out that night. Like, see,
not that
I'll
easy.
see you guys tomorrow.
Is that a good idea? Like, what is your? I'm interested. What does your brother say? Like, is that to me just doesn't sound like an enjoyable experience? Just from, I would have so much anxiety if I had my dog, or just even have to deal with all the other dogs and like, is that
No,
dog?
dog
gonna fight
people
with that
want to do
dog?
everything.
Dog
with their
people want
dog.
to take their dogs everywhere.
Right.
I know.
Yeah,
but
so-
it's-
They want to
it's-
experience life with their dogs.
And they think they're going to actually enjoy the game. Like, that's how these people think.
That's true.
They're like, oh, did you like the game, Rover?
Ruff,
Ruff.
So
I loved it.
I was,
Hey, you got a parlay
Yeah.
for me?
Yeah, right.
I was actually in San Diego last weekend, if you can believe it, and I was at near the airport, and the planes fly into that airport like so low, like I'm standing there in the city, and it's just like every 5 minutes, like it's the craziest thing ever. If you never experienced that,
So it's like
Cool.
being on Grant Ave and having planes come into the Northeast Airport.
That's probably right.
I know all about it.
Beautiful.
See a
Northeast.
plane that hit that truck going into Newark a couple weeks ago?
No.
Delivery
You
truck?
mean at the? Oh,
Clipped it.
Yeah,
Clipped the light and then-
a lot of crazy stuff going on out there with planes, but
Be safe.
yeah, be safe, everybody. Maybe we end on that note.
Be safe.
If you're gonna fly,
Don't eat Wawa tacos and
Unless you're really
watch
hungry.
Widow's Bay.
Talk about Widow's
Two new
Bay. Just go ahead,
episodes come.
dude.
No, I did last week, but two new
I was
episodes
with you
at 9
on
o'clock.
Age of Attraction, but this Widow's Bay thing is just out of control. I haven't even. had a
Widow's
chance
Bay
to
is
check it out.
brilliant. Age of Attraction is a bunch of fucking numbskull idiots.
There you go. Late
Whoa.
episode Meech coming out.
It
Love
is.
it.
I'm
All right,
not
so-
speaking of,
We're
Have a
inching
school?
towards the semi-quincentennial. So
There
that's
Wow,
exciting.
there it is. It took him 15.
Yeah,
what is that?
One
An
minute
hour and 2 minutes
Yeah.
to say semi-quincentennial.
You are
Yeah,
such a show off.
Excited. I don't know what else we got going on, guys. It's gonna be hard.
They're
to
like,
really-
if you can say that
I
5
saw
times,
someone tweet
you can
that.
pick where you sit for the home run.
I saw
derby.
someone tweet that, and it took up all the characters in their entire tweet. They couldn't tweet anything else.
I don't
Just
know.
all
That's
semi-quincentennial.
41
Yeah.
characters.
I don't know what we're going to be getting excited about on a week-to-week basis, but I'm just going to keep hammering this
Each other,
semi-quincentennial.
man.
It's a big deal. 250 years. Celebrate, everybody. God bless you, Meech.
Oh,
Meech has got to go. He's got bad
I need
allergies. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've
Digging up
watched
dust
this,
from all this shit I've been carrying all night.
listen, if you've been watching this all the way through or you've been listening all
There's
the way through,
193
we
people
salute
hanging
you.
in right now.
We appreciate you, and you're the reason that we keep this thing going. And I guess we'll keep doing that next week or the week after. Who knows?
When's
Who
the shore
knows?
episode?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna DoorDash
That's what I said.
Taco Bell to Nisi
Heath.
Boys
Yeah, send
right
it to
now.
Heath.
No, he doesn't want it.
No,
DoorDash him something.
the shore
good.
episode is going to be
Shore
every week.
episode is going to be every episode this summer.
All
It's
right,
going to be done.
sounds
short.
great.
All right, deal.
Wednesday
Bronco
nights,
Bar,
baby.
Done.
Good Heart
To
Bar.
the shore we
Tall
go.
Teeth, cue it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we love you.
Love you all.
See